treasurer, Evelyn Sternberg, and I was just, as a little kid, that just made me so proud. I don't know, I just seeing Grandma's name, and she just was always there, always happy to hear from me, always happy to see us, and I knew she was getting up there, and I knew I wasn't gonna have her forever, and I always wanted to talk to her about a family tree because she had such a great memory, and every time I saw her, I would try to ask her about, you know, her family and her brother and sister and, you know, her grandparents, her parents, and I never wrote it down, and I regret that. I really do, because I think she was she had all of the knowledge of all that. I hope somebody knows what she knew. But I regret never getting that information from her, because I feel like she really did have a good memory. She had to write everything down. And then toward probably the last 5 years or so, she would always ask me for my phone number, and I'm like, it's the same phone number. She would still, what's your address? Because I know she wanted to send me cards, but then she forgot. So I know her memory started to decline. But she would always, I don't know where she would jot things down, but I'm like, I know, like, I talked to you just a few weeks ago, and I gave you my address and phone number, and I think she was getting inundated with all the papers and on the table. So she really did have a good memory, and was so thoughtful and caring, and she really, truly will be missed. Thank you.
I want to say one quick thing I forgot to mention, because I remember Bruce mentioning how we celebrated Christmas and Hanukkah, and it was confusing. I'm so glad she celebrated Christmas when we were growing up in Englewood. Stockings on the fireplace, a Christmas tree, everything. Here, us Jewish folk, and playing Christmas music, and so my ear was hearing Christmas songs as a child. Can anybody name a Hanukkah song that's popular?
Dreidel. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Another one.
Laka.
It's hard. It's hard. Christmas songs are all over the world, especially in this country. That affected my later life, because growing up with those Christmas songs, every Christmas is my favorite holiday. I love to play those Christmas songs at the retirement homes I played, and people love to hear it. I recorded a holiday song, Christmas Carol, on one of my albums. So my mom had such an effect on me that I never would have imagined. And yes, she was very disorganized in her later years. And I was going through her stuff. She had your number on one slip of paper all over the place, and someone else's number on another slip of papers all over the place.
You don't dare go to her room, right?
Bruce helped so much in getting her life organized and taken over. Yes, ma'am. You?
Well, I'm going to tell you about your mother and your grandmother from another perspective. My name is Toby, and I lived in the building where she lived in Winmore. And she was always so up. And I was president of the social committee, and she volunteered for everything. And you spoke about how she wrote for the newspaper. Well, she would call me up and say, so what's new? And I would give her all the information, and invariably she got it a little mixed up. So we always chuckled about her little paragraph that she wrote. And she also, I didn't know, loved dancing, but whenever we had something, she was up there dancing with this elderly gent named Artie. And they had a ball for themselves. She was truly a friend of mine, and I will miss her so, and so will everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby.
I did think of one more memory. I just want to say that as far as her wits, she was so smart, and everybody has said that she was extremely bright and intelligent. And one of the things I really admire her in her old age, and I know she used to do the puzzles, the Scrabble puzzles in the newspaper. That's like a very distinct memory. She would always unscrabble the words in the newspaper. And she just loved puzzles, and I think that's really important in the elderly to keep the brain going. And she, watching Wheel of Fortune with her in the kitchen, and she loved nibbling. She just loved those little nibbles. She loved food. So, thank you.
Anyone else like to say some words? Yes.
Well, I'm the daughter-in-law, Bruce's wife, and Hadley's mom. And I just remember how absolutely welcoming Emily was to me. She told Bruce that he had to keep on his toes because I went to this really good college. And it was just always so much fun to talk with her. She was always laughing, and she just had this beautiful smile. And she loved being with Hadley. And I loved it when she would come and visit. Up until like she was in her late 80s, she climbed these incredibly steep steps to go up to the guest room that was next to Hadley's room. And they just had a great time up there. And, death pulls so much into perspective, and it's like her smile and her sense of humor and her laughter is what permeates all of us. And I can see what a great gift it's been to have had her in my life and in my heart.
Very nice. Beautiful words of tribute. I must say, it's so remarkable to see three sons and daughter so close together. Isn't it nice to see how close they are and how well they get along, and a wonderful tribute to your mother? You have, according to our traditions, honored the fifth commandment. It's the only commandment that gives you a reward for following it, and that commandment is to love and honor your mother, and of course your father. And the reward is, when you do so, mother received it. The reward is longevity and prosperity. May you also receive that generous reward from God. It's your mother and dad who brought you into the world out of their love. We can see it here in the beautiful pictures. And now, today, with our prayers and our tribute, we are bringing mother into the world to come. Any other thoughts you'd like to add before we continue with service? Just take a moment and let's recite together the 23rd Psalm. It was written by King David, perhaps in a moment like this, when he questioned life, questioned God, and he wrote this psalm to build up his faith in God and in life. As I pray it will do for all of us as we say together the 23rd Psalm. It's not in our prayer sheets, but I just know it by heart. Perhaps many of us can follow along. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Amen.
I I know we're experiencing the valley of the shadow of death. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Our dear mother, our dear Nana, our dear Evelyn, we're commanded not to dwell here long, but to rather to say our proper prayers and eulogies and to walk through this period together as a loving family, go back to our lives, live life, enjoy life to its fullest as she lived her life. I'm sure Evelyn saw countless loved ones pass away, didn't she? Countless. She had a wonderful life. She kept on living. She had many experiences, you say, ups and downs in life. We're commanded to do the same, to go forth, to live life, enjoy life to its fullest, inspired by our Evelyn, the matriarch of our family, and to live each moment as if tomorrow is our own last day. And God has summoned our dear Evelyn. She's entered into God's eternal heavens, a place where all of us will be one day. So until that time, let's go forth, live life, enjoy life to its fullest. To our beloved Evelyn, did we ever figure out perhaps her Yiddish name or Hebrew name? Anyone maybe have an idea what it might be?
Yeah, I don't think she had it. No. Okay.
Well, we know she
Well, just
probably
like
had
her.
one, I'm sure.
Or like her,
Pardon?
forgetful.
Evelyn Louise Sternberg.
Yes.
But we don't know.
We're thinking about maybe a Yiddish name or a Hebrew name too.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think she had one.
Pardon?
I don't think she had one.
Evelyn was born in Brooklyn, New York on July 27, 1919. She was entered into God's eternal heavens, as we say, on April the 9th, 2017, which corresponds to our Hebrew date, and now, as we say, yahrzeit date. We have a yahrzeit calendar to give. The month of Nisan, the 13th day, 5777, at the dawning of our Passover season, at the age of 97, less 3 months, right? 98. Survived by her family. I have a few names, and perhaps maybe everyone's name. Son Bruce and Ellen. Son Stephen and companion Marianne. Yes. Son Mitch. Daughter Karen. Grandchildren Hadley and Jessica. Bless you all for being here. We want to make mention also cousins and nieces and nephews. I think we put them all together as one. Barbara and Chloe and Lisa and Rick and Marty. Is it everyone? That's
Nancy.
Nancy, thank you. And anyone else to mention?
Justin, my
Justin?
brother.
Good, Justin.
John. His son, John.
John,
John,
good.
Tyler, and Jackson.
We're all here, and of course, friends who join us here today. Windmore Village neighbors, I know it very well. And many of whom I'm sure could not be with us at this hour. We also want to speak about the father of the children, dear Joe. Oliver Shalom, be at peace, your dad. And dear brother Alex, and dear sister Francis, Leah Shalom, they should be at peace. And of course, Evelyn's dear parents, Bertha and Alexander, all of the Shalom, they be at peace too. And now we've come to that very special moment when we recite the Kaddish prayer. The Kaddish prayer is a prayer full of life, teaching us to be thankful for the gift of life that we shared with Evelyn, the life that we now share together. And we pray one day, may it be many years from today, that to be family, friends, as loving and devoted as you are here today, who recite the Kaddish prayer for us. But may that moment be many, many, many years to be from today. So together let us all rise and let us recite the Kaddish prayer, shall we? Yiskadal, Yiskadash, Yirayah, Yamam, Yirayah, Yisay, Yamam, Yisay, Chayakon, Yomekon, Chayakon, Yisrael, Ban, Balam, Mas, Marie, Maru, Amen. Yaheh, Shemay, Rabba, Min, Barak, Le'elam, Olameh, Olamayah. Yishbarach, Yishtabach, Yishbar, Yishmam, Yisnaseh, Yishardar, Yissaleh, Yissalah, Shmei, Shah, Briyaku, Le'elam, In, Parmer, Vasaf, Shirvasaf, Tushbachasaf, Natmasaf, Imran, Bilaman, Baru, Amen. Yaheh, Shalom, O Rabba, Min, Shabachayim, Olein, V'yalkal, Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, B'Ramah, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'yalkal Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. It's important to know what this beautiful prayer means. It means, in essence, we are here today to praise God together for our blessed Evelyn and for our own lives, even though God is far above all the praise that one can ever imagine. And may the peace, the shalom that we see in the heavens, may this shalom, this peace descend to our world. May shalom, peace descend to Israel, throughout the Middle East, into our homes, into our hearts. And may we leave this sanctuary now with shalom, with peace in our hearts, knowing we provided a wonderful mitzvah, a good deed, to honor our dear Evelyn, to recite these prayers in her tribute, and to be together as a loving family. And we say once again, Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated now for a moment of silent prayer, with a couple of announcements and more prayers to make. Let it be known that on this date, at this location, we've recited these prayers in honor of Evelyn. Evelyn Sternberg's name will be placed in our Book of Remembrance at our synagogue. It will be online also with modern technology. We call this high tech, you know. So we'll put her name in, and that way you can print the Yizkor book out. But we'll put her name in a new book, and we recite the Yizkor services throughout the year. On behalf of her family, once again, you already said thank you, but thank you all for coming, taking time out of your schedule. Pay tribute to her. You know, there's an interesting word in our traditions. When someone has passed away, we say they are niftar, that they've passed away, they've entered into God's heavens. Niftar is also a word that's given when someone has served honorably in the military, like the Israeli army, that they are niftar, that they're honorably discharged and free to go on their way. And our dear Evelyn is niftar. She certainly has contributed herself to society, to humanity, raised her children well. She's honorably discharged now, free to go on her spiritual journey, and may she be in God's eternal heavens in shalom, with peace. Alei shalom, may she be in peace. And we say, Amen. Adonai natan, Adonai lakach, Yahei Shem Adonai mevarach. God has given, God has taken away. Blessed and praised be the name of the Lord our God, and let us believe with a real conviction that Evelyn's physical death will not ever terminate these wonderful memories that now resides in our hearts. And we see this Ner Tamid, which is above our dear Evelyn, this light, the Ner Tamid, the eternal light never goes out. Darkness of death can never extinguish the light that she has shined upon all of us. And may her life, her tribute be a shining light for all of us to go forward in our lives from this point forward and forevermore. Amen. Amen. I know Evelyn's remains will be leaving us in a few moments. Just symbolically, I have a little bit of Israeli earth. And just a little symbolism we will place, just a teeny bit, because there's just a little bit left here, on her gravesite here. Her body will return now to God who gave it. Her spirit is entered into God's heavens. Now I'd like everyone to rise. We'd like to offer a benediction to conclude our service. Is there any other thoughts you'd like to make mention? Anything else before we conclude?